And it's a
bow.
1 and a 2 and a 3 to the 1 and a
Check, baby, check, baby, check.
Is that like Vanilla Ice or something?
That was the Rump Shaker.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Where you
It's called the Rump Shaker.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourself.
And go floss yourselves.
So what's new, man?
Oh, thank gosh. Oh, so I just made coffee because you told me to. I was like, it's, 7 o'clock at night, but whatever. Carlos told me to make coffee. So, commit.
True.
Or go home.
Come strong and stay on the porch.
I made a cup of Joe. And so real quick, I put coconut oil, coconut milk, and stevia drops in my coffee. However,
what are you, mad scientist?
Yes, a little dash of this, a little dash of that.
Delicious, yes. Mad scientist.
Yeah, it is delicious. But I ran out of my coconut milk, so now that's what usually takes the heat down a little bit so I can actually drink it all. Well, now it's hot like wasabi, but not spicy, more like temperature, so more like fire, not wasabi. But, excuse me, I put ice cubes in it, and I don't do that. What's wrong with me?
That's impatience is what that is.
But now I can drink it. Oh, so this is what happens. That's cup,
a lack of patience.
This cup is probably more amazing than general cups because obviously it says The Office on it. But if I don't have coconut milk in that, I cannot drink that without burning all of this and skin like falling off the roof of your mouth until like lunchtime.
We can't have that.
It's just that good. And so I need my milk.
You need to put some of this in it. Ready? Listen. ASMR, whatever that is.
I didn't hear a thing.
Coke Zero. Nothing fancy.
I didn't hear any of that.
You didn't hear any of that?
Nope.
Oh, it's on the mic, though.
Okay. Oh, wow. I heard it. Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay.
Anyway. Your
These
Coke
dogs.
Zero. Coke Zero is good. Like, if you want the real Coke taste, like regular Coke taste, without the sugar, Coke Zero is pretty dang close.
No, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, because Diet Coke has a specific Diet Coke flavor. Yeah. This stuff is like Coke, but then they put a /0 through it, and it's magical instead.
There is something very hint, a background flavor that hits you in the back of your tongue.
Yeah.
Back around there where the circumvallate papillae are.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's,
getting technical
accurate
here.
Okay, so what are we doing? What is this? Episode 126?
Golly. Yeah, it is. So last week we did that interview with Chris Kammer. Mm-hmm. We were like the interviewees.
Michelle. Right.
Which was, and Michelle Hudson. So we were the interviewees, which I thought was awesome. Like,
pretty good.
We didn't have to do any of the work. Like, we just show up and answer questions. I could do that all day long. You
have been. You've been on a couple podcasts or something lately, have you?
Yeah. So I did one last night with Joby. She has Tudum Global, which is a network for childless women, and she did an interview with me on StreamYard, which is an awesome way to do this, but live and on Facebook or wherever you put it. So we had a nice conversation. It was like 40 minutes long. It was nice. Got to share a little bit of my story and not a pleasant. It's your story. It is what it is. Yeah. My message, though, my ultimate message by getting on there with her was, it was a sense of empowerment. It was a sense of life after IVF and after pregnancy loss and things like that, ovarian cancer. Like, yeah, those things suck so bad. But here I am. I'm on the other side. I'm not completely losing my mind, falling apart. I mean, I have my moments.
Not completely.
But there is life after IVF. There's a life to live, and there's some value to it. And, it's, when you work so long, it's so hard for just this one thing to like become a parent. And then it doesn't happen. Oh my gosh, that's devastating. But you have to find some other purpose. And my purpose is this podcast.
You need better purposes. So I need to stay healthy? Is that what you're saying?
I think I need to reevaluate my life goals. Here.
I know, right? You need to have some loftier life goals. No, well, I'm glad to be doing this with you, and
oh gosh,
I don't think I can tolerate too many other people. Because a lot of people don't know. Behind the scenes, I'm a major asshole. No, I'm not.
Yeah, guys, he is. Like, just between you and me, he can be an ass. No, I'm just kidding. You and I feel like I've been like earlier on, especially when we were kind of like feeling each other out and what's our roles and what are our responsibilities, I guess.
Strengths and weaknesses.
I had to calm down a little bit because I'm a little bit like I'm dun 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 dun. It has to be this way and it has to be this way and it has to be this time. And Carlos, you're 3 minutes late. What is wrong with you? So now, especially after a few times where I had to like, hey, I'm running late, blah blah blah. And I was like, we do make a good team in the fact that we haven't killed each other yet. So
no.
I mean, there's that.
I don't think we've ever had a disagreement. We've disagreed on things, but we've never had a fight.
Oh, yeah.
I think
but we were adults.
We're adults about it. That's the only thing I'm an adult about. I was just in the garage. I got to apologize for running a few minutes late tonight.
It's okay, Carlos.
Well, first off, we moved this date, and you got a big trip coming up, so I'm not going to keep you too late. But, we rescheduled this a couple times. No biggie, Yes. What's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Is today Wednesday?
Yeah. And it's my fault for moving it.
It feels like Monday for some
because
reason.
All the stuff going on. So, John and I are building a house. We've had to meet with people that are, putting our house together, like plans and all this stuff. And then this weekend, let's see, Friday night, we had a birthday dinner for John's mom. Saturday, we worked on the camper. What happened Saturday morning? Because that's when we usually record. And now I can't remember.
I don't think you were even in town.
I think we had to. No, I was in town. I forget. Something was going on. And then we were just busting our butts on this camper all day Saturday. Dude. And then Sunday, same thing. It's just been a whirlwind.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work, and we just went through a move, so that sucked horribly, and I don't want to do that again. So you can be
empathetic to what I'm going through. So
I hate moving.
I'm not trying to compete with your, the difficulties that you faced moving, but building a house, we haven't even broke ground yet, and I don't think I would do it again. Can I tell you why? Because when you go house hunting, you look at something and you're like, oh, that's nice. Let's just move right in next week or a month on the closing date.
Sure.
Yeah. They'll get their crap out. I'll put my crap in. We might paint a few walls, change some fixtures. Ta-da! Brand new house.
Dust it up a little bit. Boom, you're good to go.
Now when you're building, you have to like have swatches of things all over your current home, like everywhere.
Yeah.
And then you have to imagine everything because you can't just go hold it up to the wall color that you have already painted and go, that doesn't really go with that. Well, let's try this one.
Yeah, that's a woman thing, dude.
You're hanging it nowhere because you can't hang it against this non-existent house. So you have to figure out in your brain, which is hard for me, you have to figure out what's going to go with what by looking at pictures on the intranet.
Well, I'm not trying to be sexist, but I couldn't care less. I'd rather look, dude, just paint the whole house black, and then we'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
I feel like weddings are the same way. Like,
Oh,
I left John out of it. I said, what do you want to be a part of? He said the food, and I said, okay, I got everything else. No problem. And I don't care.
Tell me how much and the day and time. I'll be there. Probably dressed properly, and then we'll get it done. Yeah,
probably hungover.
Most guys,
but I'll be there.
And John's only doing it to make you happy. I hope you know that.
What, building a house?
Yeah, because I'm sure John would probably be fine living in a damn.
He's very.
What do they call him? A barn dominium? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but he's very sophisticated. Well, sometimes. I mean, if you think about it.
Is he a little fancy?
He can be a little fancy. I mean, and especially like right now we're focused.
I'm learning something new. I guess I can too, depending on what it is, but.
Yeah. Like, we're focused on the kitchen for right now. So the faucet, the countertops, the cabinets, the sink, what kind of sink, what kind of appliances.
Well, so that's where he gets down.
Yes.
That's his studio.
That's his thing.
He needs his... when I'm making soup here, I can be grilling some ribs over there and baking bread at this, whatever is... and I can't even imagine what goes through his mind because I can't cook. If it doesn't have instructions on the package, you might want to go to damn Burger King or something because if you leave it up to me, it's going to be ridiculous. You know what I mean?
He doesn't cook with packages, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I asked my little niece the other day because I took her out. Savannah, she is 10 now. My sister and I. No. I don't know why her name's Savannah, but anyway, that's what her name is. So we're just chit-chatting, and I said, Savannah, can you cook? And she goes, oh, yeah, I can cook. And Charity was like, yeah, she can cook. And I was like, oh, cool, what do you cook? And she says, I can make chicken Alfredo. And I was like, wow. I was like, so you, boil the noodles? She goes, yeah. And I go, oh, well, where do you get your sauce? And she goes, well, it's all in the box. And I was like, oh. And then I go, so do you make cookies? And she's like, yes. And I go, from a box? And she goes, yes. And I go, do you make brownies? Yes. Or from a box? Yes. And I was like, okay, I'm seeing a trend here. But here's the thing. She's 10 years old and she is mixing it and baking it, which is, to her, that's absolutely
that's
cooking.
Phase one, man.
That's exactly what I would consider cooking if I were single.
Wow. I'd eat damn brownies. You know what I mean?
Yes. Granted, when I was a kid, a teenager, not 10, I was a teenager, probably 15, I would make brownies from scratch. Cocoa, flour, sugar, stuff like that.
I've never done that.
So I told her, I said, do you ever make anything from scratch? And she was like, no, not really. But still, at 10, for her to be able to do, something like, anything from a box, I think that's pretty good.
And you got to set the right temperature so you don't burn the house down or burn whatever it is you're cooking and watch it and time it. Yeah, it's a process.
It is.
Eventually, she might want to do something a little bit more adventurous, maybe.
But then I think, living with John has spoiled me pretty much and fattened me up quite a bit. So it's probably his fault. That. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side. Anyway.
No. I'm saying I wouldn't call you fat is what I'm saying.
Oh. I thought you were saying it wasn't John's fault. It's your fault. You shove it in your face, your gullet.
No, well, we both
He's
know
like,
who's responsible.
Either way works. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah. But anyway.
I'll say this just real quick.
Yeah.
I just ate a pack of pink marshmallow Peeps. So that were bitter and gross, but I ate them anyway. So
why were they bitter?
I don't know. It's the coloring.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like chemicals or something.
It's like black and dark red icing. Like, I don't eat that because all you taste is the dye. Blech.
Give me the yellow ones.
Come on, Peeps, get it together.
And this annoys me. I sent my son and daughter-in-law in. They went to get you might want to get this for your nephew, right? It's a chair that's got these arms that sticks to the edge of the table.
Oh, I've seen those, and it's just kind of floating in midair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we go to restaurants now, and now he doesn't nap. Now he wants...
Oh, you use it at a restaurant. Okay.
Baby
I was thinking
boy
at
wants
home.
something in his pie hole. Yeah, you could take it to restaurants too. But most of those high chairs they have at restaurants are filthy and gross. You're not going to let your kid eat off of those things.
No.
You might just let them eat out of the gutter, you know?
Yeah, but it might be good for their immune system, you know?
Yeah, we got dogs, so I think he's going to be okay.
That's
true. So anyway, we got the chair, and I think it was like $50. Dude, we hooked it up. It's pretty sweet. So
nice.
Just throwing it out there.
Maybe I'll think about that. So I was going to say, you cannot attach it to their table right now unless she got a new one. But
why?
When my sister and I went down there for Christmas, she had her patio table in the dining room because she doesn't have a tabletop. Oh, get this. So when she bought the house, it had a gorgeous handmade wood from the property, gorgeous, huge table made out of a big old thick slab of wood.
All right.
Well, the previous owners took just the tabletop with them. So she has two legs, two big sturdy legs, and now she has to make a new table to go there. So she just had the patio table in there, and Big Tuna, because he's probably about 45 pounds now, because I just saw a picture of him and he's huge. He would topple the table over in a heartbeat. So, but restaurants, that's perfect. Yeah.
No, that table, he would knock that over. We gotta get a tabletop. Speaking of tabletops, dude, I just built a brand new one for my desk.
I know. Why don't you just build a shigooty boo, one of those high chair things for him, for my Big Tuna. It'd be beautiful.
Well, jokingly, I go to his mom, Anthony's mom. I go,
yeah.
You want me to build you one? She goes, no. I'm like, bro.
There's safety measures.
I need something with
inspections
that's been certified. Yeah.
What did they used to do? I'm sorry, but they handmade everything back in the day, and the Amish still do. And whose house is built the best now? The Amish. The Amish.
Are you sure of that, or you just think they are?
I mean,
I don't know.
Their furniture's cool, so I'm assuming their houses are.
You ever seen a dude drill a hole in a log by hand with like a big drill thing? It takes an hour.
There's a movie called Harrison Ford in the Amish country, and what's it called? But anyway, he helps build a house, and they're like cranking the screwdriver thing.
Dude.
And I'm like, where's your power drill? And then I was like, oh, it's Amish.
Electricity, yeah. Anyway,
like
I did Shashugi ban the desktop.
Yes, I saw that.
And I built a work cart thing for the garage.
Man, you're just a maker of things now.
I was just out there. I'm putting a flag together for my buddy.
Yeah.
A retired Navy chief guy joined the Navy with.
That's awesome.
And he goes, send me one. He goes, I'll buy it from you. I was like, man, it's like $20 in parts. He's like, it costs more than that. He goes, just send it to me. I'll send you some. I'm like, all right, well, I'll make you one, and you send me whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then
he did fight for our country, so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go all out. Yeah. I was out there sanding it, and I'm like, dude, this feels so smooth. It feels like a butcher block.
Does it feel like a baby's butt?
If babies' butts were made out of wood that was real smooth,
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
That'll work. Does it feel like Pinocchio's butt?
Yes, I would have to say. I'd have to say yes. You're crazy, man. Well, good luck with the house thing, dude, because I know it's gonna be a nightmare. You're gonna be gray before this is all said and done. What's note, ETA? What are they saying?
So we talked to two different builders. They both said 3 to 4 months. It's the rainy season, so I expect to be in this camper 5 to 6 months or so. But here's the other thing. I don't know where I'm going to go to record the podcast during that time. So it may be like, you know how like in the news studio and they're like behind a desk and everything's like perfect. Right. The audio's perfect. Everything, the camera's perfect. Everything is just perfect.
The woman on the street?
I'm going to be on the scene with Sandy Lee because I have a feeling you're going to hear owls, raccoons, wolverines. I mean, I don't know what's out there. You know? So if you hear somebody behind me going, ah, like the Wolverine X-Men guy, sorry.
Dude,
I'm on the scene.
It's like one of those
Sandy
cheesy teenage horror slasher movies, like with the stupid mask. What was that? Stab or Slice?
Jason?
What's the name of the stupid? No, man, the guy with the scoofy face and the Halloween costume guy.
Michael
I know
Myers?
you did last summer.
Oh, that guy. Scream. Oh, yeah.
Scream. And then I'd be like, Sadie, behind you. Don't look now.
And I'll be like, sure, Carlos. Sure, Carlos. Sure. Somebody's back there for real.
Although,
yeah,
being attacked by a knife-wielding psychopath in a Halloween costume would probably help our ratings. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
True. And I'd probably get thrown in jail after I did that and took the costume off. But, yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Should I do that to... Oh, my gosh. I should do that to John one night. Oh,
he's going to punch you in the forehead.
We've been working on the camper.
He's going to react.
I'm excited about it in a sense, but I know that the excitement is going to wear off like within 2 weeks of having to get up at 5 a.m. and shower in a little tub shower thing and having this much room to walk around in. But, you know, it's an adventure. Of each other
so much. Oh, yeah. If you guys can make it through this, you can make it through anything.
Yeah. I kind of feel like this is the epitome of, you know, we're at the top of the peak and, you know, if we make it, then we're going to, the best part of the roller coaster. But if we don't make it, I'm going to fling right off or something.
Right now, it's starting to go. You get to the top. It's going to.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah.
And you're
good
like,
luck with that.
Looking up and you're like, here it comes.
Because I don't think I could do it.
Here it comes.
I don't think I could do it. Because
I mean, we'll see.
We're
I don't
both
know if I
trying to
can do
low carb
it.
Although I've went off the rails today with the marshmallow Peeps. So yeah, you get a little grumpy when you low carb it.
The fasting thing, ugh. I would probably become a mercenary just because I was so angry with life.
Yeah. Speaking of mercenary, did you hear about that lunatic that shot up a bunch of people in Atlanta last night?
Yeah, the spas.
Jeez.
What? Where were you, Carlos?
The guy shot up 3 different places like a psycho.
I know. What? Why? Like what? Well, we can't.
Did you hear about the other guy? Went to his baby's mom's.
Yeah.
Right. 25-year-old and got into it with his ex over a $1,400 stimulus check and wanted to get a piece. Next thing you know, all hell breaks loose, and this fool killed 4 people for $700.
I heard about that. Yeah.
What the is going on with people?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
I don't know. This whole world's going bananas. You know.
Yeah. Gah.
Anyway, all right. Let's focus.
We need to get into this firing thing.
All right. Well, you tell me your story first.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So let me tell you what the firing offense was, and you tell me, legit, or somebody just went a little bit off the deep end. Okay. Was it too legit to quit? To quit, yes.
It was an MC Hammer song, but never mind.
It's not. That's not MC Hammer.
Yeah.
No. That's
too legit to quit?
That's like a 3-chick band. Look it up.
I'll tell you right now, son. I'm telling you, it's MC Hammer.
You tell me right now. You tell me. Too legit to quit.
Our listeners are going to be like, what is she talking about? Too legit
to quit. Oh, yeah, I remember MC Hammer doing that.
Yeah, too legit. Anyway.
What am I thinking of? Because there's a girl.
I don't know.
It was 2 girls.
Something sucked, but.
Right. Well, this is going to drive me crazy because it was, I'll think of it.
God bless.
Whew. Pardon.
Good.
My point was...
The job. Getting fired.
Yeah, yobs. Okay. So my firing offense was laughing too much. What do you think? Legit or bull schnizdits? This is what happened. So, hygiene room, doctor's room. Doctor was in a root canal. Obviously having issues, can't access canals, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And we have those little half walls. Like, you can stand up and like, hey. So I'm chatting it up with my patient. And I'm like, yo, yo, yo. And he's laughing and I'm laughing. And dentist mama, who is the office manager, comes over and I see her little head bobbing over the wall. And then she stops right in front of me and she goes like this. And I go, okay, I'll be right back. I guess this is important. And she takes me into her office and she goes, this is not the time nor the place for all that laughing. And I was like, okay, got it. Gotta go see my patient that you pulled me away from to tell me that. Waste of time. Anyway, yeah, so that was pretty much the beginning of the end. And
so how long between that and they'll let you go?
Couple weeks. Something like that. Yeah. But you know what I said?
What'd you say?
I was doing sterilization and this doctor looked at me and he goes, hey, Sandy. And I turned around and he was gray and sweaty and clammy. And he goes, we're going to have to let you go. This is your last paycheck. And I go, okay. Took my paycheck, grabbed my stuff, and I felt it coming. So I moved, like, I had, like, pictures and all that stuff. I took it all down, took it home, like, before that day. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I bounced.
That was, I mean, what choice did you have?
See ya.
You know? You know?
But it was crazy because that was the guy, and I think I've told this story before, but that guy was the one that inspired me to go into dental hygiene years and years and years ago before that. I thought that I was going to retire with this guy because him and I had great sense of humor. We got along great, and him bringing his mother on board ruined it. Because she would quote Bible verses at me, like if I asked for a raise or anything. Or if I was in trouble, she'd say, you're being rebellious. Acts 2:13 says, thou shalt not be rebellious. Or, you know, something
Time
along
and place,
those lines.
lady.
And I was like,
time and place.
Okay, I guess I'll stop being rebellious.
It's in your nature, though, you know.
Anyway, so tell me about your situation.
Well, I got let go. It was a Friday. My son was born a few days later.
Oh,
so
okay.
I always tell him, I said, I got fired the weekend before you were born, and that's how I started off. So here I am. I have a baby. I was working part-time at one place and filling in on Fridays at this place. And I remember going home, and I'm like, well, I got fired. And she's like, why? And I go, she just wasn't busy enough. You know, I had 2 patients all day.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, yeah, we can't keep doing this. I'm like, it's not my fault. I mean, I got a baby
what are you going
to
do?
My wife's 2 weeks overdue right now. They were like, yeah, it's not our problem, buddy. Here you go. Oh, they will pay for next Friday, too. And I just, you know, what do you do? What are you going to do? You just go home, you know?
Yeah.
And it all worked out in the end, but it was tough, man, for a while, you know? So when I see, and I'm not complaining, and I'm not belittling anyone else's challenges, but there's talk about adversity and stuff in dental hygiene nowadays, and it was way worse for a guy that looks like me in the 90s. Seriously? You know what I mean? So I had it bad, but you know what? I was used to adversity, dude, and you can't keep me down, you know? So I just, you know, you just shrug it off and just keep moving. But, you know, I probably had some legitimate complaints, you know, but it's not in my nature to...
Naughty by nature?
I did walk out of a place, though.
Did you? You were like...
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that story?
You might have.
I did.
You might have. Tell me again.
I was like, let me just temp and try different things. So I interviewed, and the lady that interviewed me, loved me, right? And gave me this one position that was close to home. They changed managers, and the manager didn't like my face. She transferred me to another office far, far away, and it would take me forever to get there. And so I'm already pissed off. I'm thinking I'm going back. So I was away from my main office for less than a year, and I went back.
Yeah.
And luckily they took me back, and I was there for the last 11 years or 12 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I remember this guy, I had to take x-rays on him. It's funny now, but it's not professional. I think
maybe you did say.
Yeah.
I think you did
say
So
the guy, I had to take bite wings on this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I don't want x-rays. I'm like, dude, it's been over 2.5 years. I didn't see you last time, but you got to get them, And he's like, well, how much? I said, it's $14, man. I'll never forget. It was $14 flipping dollars.
Yeah.
Why are you charging me $14? I said, I'm not charging you anything, boss. It's your insurance. You and I both know you got shitty insurance. Don't get mad at me, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't say that, but this is what I'm thinking. And he's busting my chops, and he's complaining. He's kind of, and then he starts using strong language, and it was pissing me off a little bit, right?
Yeah. So
he's in the chair. It was a separate x-ray room. He's in the chair.
Yeah.
I put the apron on him, the lead apron or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's still steady, just talking shit, And I'm like, you know what? Hold on a second, buddy. I'll be right back. And I went and clocked out, and I took my keys and walked out the front door, dude. Unprofessional as hell.
Wrong day for this. Yeah. Well.
And I got to be honest with you, it was the most satisfying thing.
Yes. That's the flip side.
Oh, my God. I felt like flipping Superman. You know what I mean? And then about an hour later, once the adrenaline wears off, you're like, holy crap.
Oh, how am I going to pay for my mortgage? Yes.
So I think I left from there and went to my old place and made some calls. And so they had a little patchwork schedule for me, but I didn't really miss too much of a beat. And they took me back with open arms, thank God. But I was not the best thing in the world to do. And I don't recommend anybody just walk out. You might want to talk about it like an adult. But I was about to strangle this dude, and
well, it's better that than you murder somebody in the dental office.
That's all I'm saying. You want that on your report?
Cop cars and caution tape all around your office. Is that what you're wanting?
I mean,
anyway,
I don't know. The world's too violent, and it's one of those things where you got to decide your own level of happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
And it's hard. You only grow during adversity, during periods of challenges. Everybody gets knocked down. Everybody has challenges. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I learned earlier on, you had your karate stuff where you had to fight through injuries and like legitimately fight through injuries. I was in the Navy. I turned 18 in boot camp. So I was I don't say a child. I was an adult.
You were a young pup.
I was an adult child. You know what I mean?
Yes, a man child.
I turned 18 in boot camp, and then you get introduced to that way of living where there are. And I wasn't a SEAL or anything. I was a dental tech, so I don't want to give the wrong impression. I wasn't fighting anybody. I was.
You're like in Afghanistan, like da 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 da.
No, I had it easy.
Here you go.
And everything had its own challenges, but like all the physical stuff, all the running and all that stuff that we had to do, and all the training with the Marines, and it was just I was 18, 19, 20. It was like camping. It was fun for me, but it opened your eyes to, that was tough. I didn't think I could do that, and I did it. What else are you capable of? And I remember, I can't remember the guy's name, and it annoys me that I can't remember his name. Slender, light-skinned black gentleman. No hair, he's shaved, and he's a runner. He runs like 100-mile marathons through the desert. Damn it, I can't remember his name. Anyways, if I said it, you'd know it off the top. Anyway.
You're not talking about me, are you?
No.
Hold on, look at me close.
You have a full head of hair.
It's just the hair. Okay. Otherwise, you could mistake me.
He goes, there's no good days. Every day is a challenge. You got to get up. You don't feel like working out. You get up and you go anyway. You know what I mean? It's no one's coming to help you. Life is tough, and it is what you put into it. And I firmly believe that. I can't remember if the ratio is when you're at where you're done. I can't go on anymore physically. Mm-hmm. You're only 40% done.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So they push you 2.5 more times to do what you just did, and then do it again, half again. And so once you start breaking through these mental barriers, you start thinking, holy shit, what am I not capable of? So you start exploring those limits. And so, I don't know, I approach some things with a fearless sense of abandon.
You're like inspirational Carlos moment.
I'm not a carpenter at all.
Yeah.
I could barely, but I enjoy it, and I'm willing to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching this motivational thing, right? I'm in this positivity kind of thing, this frame right now,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
And it said, if I had to go back to 18 again, right? What I would do is find the person, and I can't remember the guy who said this, but this is what I heard, and I've heard it several different times. So, and it makes all the sense in the world. I would find the person who's living my ideal life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dentist, doctor, teacher, pilot, whatever, gym owner, welder, whatever your ideal life is, a bank guy, a business owner, and go to that person and say, listen, I don't know you, you don't know me, because I want to work for you, right? For free, for 90 days. And if at the end of those 90 days, you don't think I deserve it, that's fine. I'll walk away. But if I do, I'd like a job. But all I ask in return is knowledge and contacts. Knowledge and contacts. And I was like, that's the deepest shit I've ever heard. And I was like, oh my God, I would totally do that. You know what I'm saying?
You would work for free for 3 months.
To get to where I wanted to be mentally? All right, go back to Sandy at 18. Right? Would you not work with a dentist? That might be a little bit. You might want to learn as much as you can of the business side of dentistry to have your own office, and maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I would have gone to dental school versus dental hygiene school. Not that that's bad. I love dental hygiene. I loved assisting, but the dentist, I like being in charge of myself. But
sure.
Who like, I don't think at 18, I mean, think about it.
Most people don't have that kind of drive.
People when I was 20 years old, I had two like grandmaster taekwondo, grandmasters or whatever, wanted to train me to go to the Olympics. And I didn't do it because I just didn't feel like it. Like I could have been Chuck Norris's girlfriend or something.
Ronda Rousey could have been in movies, Mm-hmm. It is what it is,
Yeah, but I don't live in regrets. No, that? No regrets.
No regrets, But I'll say this. Have you met people recently, 6 months, who comes to mind that's exceptional in your opinion?
Exceptional?
Exceptional. Somebody where you go, God, that's impressive.
I was going to say Elijah Desmond, just because he is a go-getter. Like, he works nonstop, but he doesn't make it seem like it's work because it's just fun stuff. But I guarantee you he is busting butt behind the scenes, so it's not all fun and games. And he has the right people in the right places to help him build his business. And if one thing doesn't work, he tries something else. He's not afraid to try something new. No. And then Anissa Holmes is the same way. And I look at them and I go, dang, I wish I had that.
It is impressive. Ugh. He was in Atlanta around a couple years ago. He and I have been palling around since the beginning of 17, since like January 17. So what's that, 3-4 years now? Going on our 4th year. And he was coming to Atlanta one night, and I took him to go get something to eat, right?
Yeah.
and he's just kicking out, he's spitting out ideas for businesses. And I go, and I asked him, I said, man, you're not afraid to just jump in with both feet. You don't give
that's his personality, like, I feel like.
He just goes full, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. We got something else coming, I think.
Next
on
the list.
I love that type of fearlessness, you know what I mean? And I'm a little bit more cautious. I'm a little bit older, so I can't play around too much, you know what I mean? I don't have that much time to recover afterwards, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he has this thing called, I think I did the last one before COVID, and it was Opportunities at Sea. And basically, it's a weekend. Yeah. It's like a 2-3 day cruise. I think it's 2 days, like Friday, and we're back Sunday, something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's for people that he has this group trapped in the op. And it's for people that trying to don't know what, don't know how, or just want to know what other people are doing.
Right.
And he brings people on as mentors. He had me on there, Deborah Carrier, Elaine Rodriguez from Laser Dental. You know that.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Fairbanks.
Yeah.
So we were the mentors, right? And one of the young ladies there, and super quiet kid, young, maybe 22, 23
Oh, I
years
remember
old, right?
this. Yeah, you told this story.
And we're sitting there, and I would say something like a snippy comment, right? And some of the stuff I would whisper to myself, just what I thought was funny, and I'd catch her kind of like giggling and just like covering her face, right?
Yeah.
And I'd look at her and smile, right? And then she was just like, you could tell she was reserved, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And like a daughter type relationship, you know what I mean? Is what it was. But I try to make everybody laugh. I try to break through and get people to crack, and it humanizes them because everybody laughs. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And her name is Flora Bettinger, and this kid, I think she was just finishing up her master's. Mm-hmm. Got appointed to some state thing, and I'm embarrassed that I don't know exactly what it was, but I remember sitting there going, I think that weekend she figured out she got appointed to some major thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it was a state position or with a school. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember thinking, this kid is 22 years old or 23, whatever it is, and she's killing it.
Yes.
She's murdering the game. And I'm like, geez. I go, I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to be amazing and you're going to do something. And then she was like, this guy doesn't even know me. But you could just, I don't want to say smell it, you know what I mean? But she just gave off this energy that she was just sort of, you remember that lyric I told you about Ed Sheeran? Just humans are either radiate or drain. Mm-hmm. This kid, I mean, I call her kid lovingly. This young lady radiates energy.
Yeah.
Can't help but make you want to do more bigger things. So Flora, I hope you're listening, and I'm gonna tag her in this so she knows. We gotta get her on here sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Super sweet young lady. Anyway, so I had a patient too that was getting his master's like at 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, you don't know how impressive that is. And he was just like,
at that age, I was like, what was I doing? Oh, I was just taking a class to go back to college, just one, because I didn't know if I could handle it or not. Like I didn't get the encouragement that I was smart enough to go to school, that we could afford like Pell Grants, loans, whatever. I wasn't told about any of that stuff. So yeah, I think I would have gone a lot sooner had I realized that stuff was available. But you know, it is what it is. I can't go back and change anything. I like who I am, and I am the way I am because of how I, lived my past experiences.
We're here now.
Yep.
And I just realized I'm wearing a dark shirt.
Yeah.
And I must have like fine sawdust powder. I was just in the garage, like literally when you called me.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, but
I don't see anything. Now, when you take your Coke can and you do this, I see my face in the round part.
Do you really?
Should do it. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it.
I didn't notice that till just now. It's so stupid.
I saw it earlier. I was like, that is hilarious. And if you guys aren't listening or watching on YouTube, you really should, because you're missing it. Anyway, Carlos, we probably better go.
Yeah.
Oh, so Podfest, what's up with that? I guess, I don't know if it's gotten rescheduled or whatever, but we'll find out. But you and I want to go to that to learn more about what we're doing here. Maybe we can do it better, or we can just see that we're pretty okay and we'll just stay like it is, you know. Who wants to get too
live
famous?
Stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, we can totally do live stuff there. And then we've got Dental Fest next month. We're gonna have Aurelia back on the show because she's one of our favorite guests. She's funny, but she and her company with the Aflex Assist Arm are sponsoring my trip out to Podfest. So but if that doesn't work, then she can just be my sponsor for Dental Fest and be done with it. I don't know what's up with Podfest. They need to get
you mentioned it, and I was like, I looked to see the dates, and I don't see dates on there anymore.
We should ask Elijah because he's the MC.
Because I'm gonna do Dr. Gupta's thing at the end of June.
Yeah, busy.
Dental Success Institute.
Yeah.
End of May.
Yeah.
I'm doing Dentistry's Got Talent next month.
And then maybe AOSH in September.
AOSH in September.
If you work that out, heck yeah.
And just recently, I got. I'm kind of tripping right now, dude. RDH Under One Roof.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
With Crest Oral B.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's going to be the mega session on Friday the 23rd of July.
July, okay.
In Indianapolis.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Okay.
What's going on?
Guess that's the show, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to go anyway, but...
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
What the heck? I reached for something. I must have reset something.
Jostled something. All right, guys. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy March. And go floss yourselves.
Peace. Go floss yourselves. And have a great weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And have a great weekend.